Yeah. Hey everybody, so it's Sparrow. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to What's New, which is when I introduce you to new shit that comes into my makeup collection. God, my throat's dry and I didn't bring anything to drink. Well, yeah, alright. So I filmed this before and somehow I've deleted the footage and I can't get it back. So, we're gonna do this again. I'm sorry. I also am going to film another video and it's going to be like an update on shit I finished. I don't know what to call it, but that's going to also be coming up. But let me show you some new stuff that's coming to my collection. I'll also tell you about some stuff that's left my collection. You know, just to kind of keep everything balanced. Some of the stuff you probably already see on my Instagram if you follow me, or on my Twitter, which I am at SoIt'sSparrow. So if you're not following me there, you probably should be. So let's start with, if I was doing my makeup, the first thing I do is my eyes, and I know you guys have seen this and I've been talking about it. This is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I bought it. It is so cute. It has been my favorite palette since the fall has started. These shades are so fall friendly, including this bomb ass orange called Nuts About You. However, it is a bit pricey for a little 9-pan palette. I bought it because of the packaging, because of the smell, and then I also like the colors. I have enough reasons to buy it, but I wouldn't be running around saying, you need to stop everything you're doing and buy it. It's no longer limited edition. The next palette is going to be the peanut butter and honey one, and I'm feeling the collector twinge coming, so I'm going to try to control myself and not actually try to collect them all like I want to do with the chocolate bar palettes, because I don't like all the chocolate bar palettes, you know? That whole collecting, it's like, this is what happens when, you know, kids from the Pokemon eras start getting into other shit. Gotta catch them all, motherfucker. Alright, so then after that you move on to foundation. So I have two foundations, vastly different price ranges. First one that I got was the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. First off, drugstore foundations with a pump for the win, okay? Secondly, the shade range on this isn't as good as it thinks it is. They definitely need more shades, but I found that the shade Tan is this close to being my shade. It's great for the center of my face, but the edges of my face are darker by nature, so I usually don't usually blend it out, or I'll put like another foundation, or I'll blend it out corrector to kind of give it a much warmer, ruddier appearance, so it kind of makes my face look more natural. But I do like this foundation. I like the formula. It is, I would call it a dupe for the Kat Von D Locket tattoo, because it gives you that same thick, even coverage, like perfect, you know, full coverage feeling. But it's not as bad as KVD, where KVD gives you that cake look. This one, you can really get that, you know, natural, like it's your skin kind of look to it. And I really do enjoy that about this foundation, because, you know, it's kind of hard to get that sometimes with a foundation, especially full coverage, and then you're also trying to get like that natural look. It gets really difficult after a while, and I really like that this one actually does that for me. Speaking of a natural looking foundation, so I bought this because, now I know I haven't done the fuck is on the Tint Idol liquid longwear foundation. I will, in short, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, I'm not going to do it for like a couple more months. My thing is that the color was fine, especially during the days when I wasn't leaving the house a lot because of my anxiety and my depression. I wasn't leaving the house a lot. It matched fine. The thing is, I didn't like the finish. It was dewy, and I'm not about dewy. I'm about that matte life and highlight on top of that bitch, and then I'll glow, and then my oils will mix together and make it a fake dewy. I didn't like that I was already dewy. It made me feel like I was oily all the time, but I wasn't oily all the time, and it looked really pretty, but I just wasn't for me. It's not my everyday foundation. And because I only had one foundation in my fucking vanity at the time, that could not have been it. Currently, I think I found the one, and that is actually its brother, sister, whatever the fuck, genderless sibling, the Tint Idol ultra longwear makeup stick. So this is a stick version of the Tint Idol foundation. Oh, I know why this doesn't look as good. Bam. So this is just a stick version of the same foundation. I am wearing, this is a shade darker actually. So like I said, I was 450 Suede N, which is a neutral one. This is 460 Suede W, which is the warm one and one shade down. The reason why I picked this one up is because I went to the store and I tried both on. Both matched me pretty damn well, right? This one matched the edges of my face. You see how okay, let me give you some skin. So you see right now how my makeup, it doesn't feel like my neck and my chest and my face are all different colors. This one, because it has the warmth I need, works really good with that area of my face. It worked really well with the edges, but people didn't feel like it covered as much as the center of my face because it was darker. And so instead of, you know, brightening and, you know, evening my face, it just kind of made it feel like it was sinking my face and didn't look as good. Versus the 450 where it would have been too light on the, you know, right here, it would have been light, but it would have been perfect for the center of my face. So I bought this one knowing that I was going to highlight and contour and everything, and that I could actually just, you know, do what I need to do through other means. Right now I'm powder highlight right now. I'm not even like, I only use these to clean up my brows today. I'm like, I don't really need it that much. So I bought the little bit of darker one, and I love it because it's so it's thick, it's creamy, but it doesn't give me that weighed down feeling, and it's also matte, which you guys know, like I said, I love matte foundations. So I definitely like this version a little bit better, a lot bit better actually than the liquid. It's also $5 cheaper, so this one is $42 versus the other one being $47. But definitely in my Sephora cart actually is the lighter shade, so that I can just use both, because today I use my Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation, which is actually lighter than this one. I use the Fit Me on the lighter parts of my face, so in the forehead, under the eyes, and on my chin. But then I use this around the edges of my face and in my contour areas and on the jawline to give me that depth, to basically build the same depth into my face without actually having to contour and highlight yet. And so you can see it look really, really contoured and highlighted, and I just used two foundations to kind of mimic the same shadows my face makes. So that's actually kind of cool. So this I really, really like, because it's also making me do some really cool shit with my makeup, like above the level I'm already doing. It's amazing. Like, I really like that. So after you put on your foundation, you put on your powder, right? So first things first, I rebought my CoverGirl Lasting Matte Pressed Powder. Yes, this is the Q410 Golden. It is it's like a light ashen kind of shade. I don't know if I ever showed you guys. So this is a full brand new pan of it. If you have never seen it before, yes, I have it back. I'm so happy. Like, you guys don't even know right now. Like, it makes me so happy that I have this powder back and that I don't have to be oily at work anymore, because I've been oily at work and then I have no powder to set it. So I just picked it up. I picked this up last night so I can just dust my nose real quick. I'm even keeping the little sponge in it to just press into my nose whenever I get really oily, and to the sides only, because otherwise I'll disturb my highlight. So, and it's so good. I'm so happy I have this back. And this is from the CoverGirl Queen collection, so that's why it was hard for me to find. Because normally CoverGirl, like at Target, they took out the Queen collection display and they gave us Clean collection. Bitch, I don't want your nasty, weird, anti-acne makeup. Give me my fucking makeup in my colors. Don't take Queen Latifah from us. I gotta tell my mom, she buys the concealer and she gets mad too. Alright, so another powder is this is my first loose powder that I like, and this is the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder, and it is the oil control formula. This is so nice. The reason why it took me so long to rebuy this was because this is so nice. It's so thin and silky and smooth. No matter how much it doesn't give me a cakey look no matter how much I try to put on. It takes work to make it cakey looking, which I love. Only thing is, this shade is like very yellow and warm, so using it on my cooler foundations is really good, and on my darker foundations this works really good. But on foundations that are too light for me, like this one from Milani, definitely cannot do that, because these two together make me look really light when this barely matches. It matches the center of my face, I told you guys. But together, these will make me look like ghost face, casket ready bitch, you know? So that's why I went ahead and bought the e.l.f. High Definition Powder in Hint of Tint. So I showed you guys the swatch online, but I don't think you can see it. It's dark. It's like this dark kind of brownie pink color. Like you can see you see it? Great, you probably can't see it. But basically it's like a really dark pink kind of cool powder. And it's really good for when I'm wearing foundations that are too light, because then it'll kind of bring, it's got enough tint in it to bring the color down. The other option was to buy another one of these black opal ones where they're like almost $10. It's like a $9 or $10 powder, and this is $6. And this is for when I have powders when I have foundations and I have no options, I would use this. Versus this, which is going to make it either stay true or a little bit lighter. They do have a lighter color of this. I'm wearing medium in the black opal, and then again this is Hint of Tint. And one last time, this is Q410 Golden of the CoverGirl Queen collection. So now I have literally enough powder to last me for the next 3 years, give or take how many times I spill them. But I am now set for a while, you know. I actually really like this black opal one. I'm thinking about getting the one that's called Neutral Light, which is the very lightest color for attempting baking, since this powder is really nice. But I also have plans to buy the black opal powder, the oil blocking one, to try the Wayne Goss method, which is basically when you put powder on before you put your foundation on, and I want to put, you know, real oil blocking powder on, and bam, matte the face, and then go into everything else. But that's like the next time I go to the Rite Aid to purchase makeup and everything. That's a whole different time, you know? Alright, and then the last two more things. So then again, when I bought my Milani foundation, they also had a display, so they had more of the rose powder blushes, which you know I love. This one is Coral Cove, and this one is Romantic Rose. I've had these for a while. They're gorgeous. I have to do a video on them. Leave down in the comments if you want that one to be next, or if you saw anything in this video that you want to be next. Tell me in the comments. But I picked up this one called Blossom Time Rose, which is number 11, and it is so pretty. So they're all pretty, but this one's really nice. So Coral Cove, which is number 5, and Romantic Rose, which is number 1, are both matte blushes. These have no shimmer, no shine, no nothing. And also, I really hate the packaging, because what happens is if you don't grab it from the right angle, it won't open. What happens is I get so frustrated with trying to open it from the right angle that I end up digging my nail into the blush and ruining it. So this is Romantic and Coral Cove. These are the two roses that I already have, and they're both matte. As you guys can see, they're both matte already. So when I bought Blossom Time Rose, I was happy and surprised to find out that it is actually a satin blush. It has a softer, silkier formula and a soft golden glow when you use it. And I think it's a nice soft pink blush for the winter. The only thing is I'm realizing it does not want to hold up throughout the day. I was wearing it this morning. It's not there now. But then again, I don't apply a lot of blush. I apply a soft flush. For camera work anyway, you would need a lot more, and I just don't see it anymore. I assume either I don't remember where I put it, or it's not really strong enough color to hold up for my skin all fucking day. I've had this makeup on for like 6 or 7 hours, so it's gone, and it's already gone. But I like applying them, and I'm not really a blush person. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, you should probably try subscribing. You know, let's hang out, let's do the thing. You should subscribe to me. You should follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm super interactive with people. If you comment, I usually comment back unless you say something weird or creepy. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, okay?